Hello once again and welcome back to Triple G Sports Replays. Today we are going to continue our 2020 Masters replay. It is day 3 and we're going to be seeing hole number 2 and number 1 with a group of, not quite the last group, but will be some of the better players that are left out here in the field. So we're going to be on hole number 2. It is a par 5, 575-yard dog leg left. Handicap is a 5, so it is one of the harder holes here on the course. On this hole, teeing off is going to be Rory McIlroy. He finished day 2 at 1 over. He has birdied the first hole, so he is even now for the tournament. And also playing is Tyrrell Hatton. He started out even for the tournament. He bogeyed the first hole, so he's at 1 over. And so Rory gets the honors. And since he birdied the hole, he does have a momentum he can use. So let's see what he can do to put him in the best shape, knowing he's going to get the best shot possible. So 300 yards is right here. So we want to see if, and then we got plenty of room. Let's see if a driver can do something. So he's a 2 on the woods. So that would be 280. And then he would go right 15, 5, 10, 15. And he would get a roll of 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that would put him right out here with his driver at 310, right 15, and that's a fairway hit. We're going to take that for sure. All right, two fairways hit for him. So that'll bring up Tyrrell. Now he bogeyed. He does have a momentum he can use, and he's a wood of a 5. So that would put him at 260. Left 15, 5, 10, 15. And then a roll of 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's going to put him right here. He's going to be 285, right 15. And so that's going to be another fairway hit for him. 2 fairways, 2 hits. All right. So, Hatton's the furthest out. We need to get him on this line from here. And these are 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. Where's he end up at? 1, 2, 3 back. 1, 2. So he's going to be right here. That would be the line to get in line with here. All right. And we're drawing back here so we can see easily where we're at. So we need... It's a par 5, but he has a shot at getting on this green or getting somewhere close. So let's see. It'd be 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 2, 25, 50, 275. Well, he won't be able to do that with a driver or with his 3-wood. He's a 5, which would be 245 and 20 rolls. So he's going to end up somewhere in here, which is all right. So I think we're going to take his 3-wood. Now his 3-wood with a 5 rating can go about 2, and there's no wind on this hole, by the way. Go about 245 in the air. 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 2, to 25. So somewhere in here is where he can end up at. So we're going to be going down this line. We're going to have to try to work the ball back. Excuse me. And we need to see 1, 2, 3. These are 3 dog legs. So 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 25, 210, 215, over, 220, 225, 230, over, 230, 240, 245, over. So that's going to be about 20 yards. We are going to try to work the ball left 20 for him. So that's our plan for Tyrrell Hatton. 3-wood, no wind, working the ball left 20 to try to bring her back over towards the green. And we get a 22, which is going to be a 3. He's going to hit it a little harder, a little stronger. So a 3 will give us 255. 25, 50, 75, 1. 25, 50, 75. There's 185, 90, 95, 2. 25, 210, 215, 220, 225, 230, 235, 240, 245, 250, 255. It's going to go left 10, 5, 10. And we're trying to work that ball back. So let's see. An 11 will give him a 2. That's going to be a +5. So it's going to go left 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then we get our roll of 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's right there, just stopped in front of the sand. Pretty good for 2 shots. That's going to put him at 560. Left 15. Not a bad spot to be. Now then we're going for pin 1, so he's actually going to have to move to aim for the center, but he should be on the green in regulation with a good shot at a birdie putt. Now we got Rory, and 1, 2, 3 here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and back. So that puts him in line. So let's see what Rory needs. He's 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 2, 225, 250, 55, 60, 65, 70. 270 from being even with the pin. He is a 2, and so he is going to be looking. A 3 wood take him too far. So we're going to do a 5 wood. A 5 wood is going to get him probably towards the front. So same thing here for him. We're going to use the 5 wood for Rory. And we're going to have to probably work the ball left. He tends to go right, so let's work the ball left. A 20 for him as well. Try to get her back over. So Rory's going to use a 5 wood, work the ball left 20. Oops. And he rolls a 36, which will be a 12. And a 12 for him. It's going to be 220 in the air. 25, 50, 75, 1. 25, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 205, 210, 215, 220. Right there. There. It's going to go right 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We wanted to go left 20. A 55 will be a 2, and he's going to go left 25. So we're going to kill all that movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he gets a roll of 15. 5, 10, 15. So he's going to be at 540. Right. 5, 10, 15. Not a bad spot. He's not in the trees. And he's actually got an angle for the pin. So he is the furthest one out. And so let's get him in line. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and back. Now the question is, he's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 yards. So when you're doing an approach from that distance, you have to deal with yardage, not feet. He's not close enough where we can know he's going for the pin. And if we aim for here, if he is short and left, I mean, we're in the sand. So we actually probably need to aim for right here. So let's bring him over one more. So we're going to aim for this square just to the right of the flag. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're aiming right here. So a 40-yard approach from the fairway. Try to get green in regulation. That's a 26. A 26 on the approach is 24. And that's going to be 6 foot minus the roll of 1 die. So 6 feet minus a 2, he's 4 feet from the pin. Beautiful approach shot. So he's got his first green in regulation, and he is putting for birdie from 4 feet. That's going to bring up Hatton. Now we said we're not in the sand, but we're too close to go for the pin. We got to move to the center line. So 1, 2, 3 and back. And so we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Now, when you go for an approach, if you're 20 feet or less, it's going to measure in feet. So even though it looks like we're aiming here, it's going to give us a result within feet. So we're actually, you're close enough you can go for the pin, is what it equates to. So from a 20-yard approach for Hatton, that's a 14. That's going to be a 15. He's going to be 9 feet from the cup. And that's a green in regulation for him as well. All right, 2 balls on the green. Hatton is going to putt first with the 9-footer. And he's going to go for it because this is a birdie putt. A 12 is a 22. Going for it. And that's a B, which means he only makes it if it was for bogey or higher. So he's going to miss it and get a tap in. And he basically gets 2 putts for par. So he's still 1 over on the day, 1 over on the tournament. We got McIlroy with a 4-footer for birdie. And a 44 is an 8, that's in. So he 1 putts, 2 birdies in a row for Rory. He's now 2 under on the day, 1 under on the tournament. And sitting and working his way up the leaderboard. All right. Now we're going to bring out hole number 1. Hole number 1 is a straight par 4, 455 yards, handicap of 7, so it's on the harder side. On this hole, we're going to see Justin Thomas, who is even on the tournament, and Tony Finau, who's 2 under. Tony's been battling the lead the whole day too here, behind our leaders, and the leaders are Colin McCawa and Matt Fitzpatrick at the -3, so he's only 1 off the lead. Now, Finau gets the honors. And, you know, let's see. This is the perfect spot to be. We don't want to be stuck back here, but we got plenty of room to land. So what's going to end up where we end up about 250-ish out? Finau's got a 3-wood rating. And that's a 5-wood. If we hit a good 5-wood, we're going to end up somewhere in here with a good shot to go for the green. So Finau with a 3-wood. There's no wind on this hole. And he's going to tee up and see. He tends to be 50-50. We'll just let him go right down the middle. A 31 is a 3. He hit it right on the screws. He's going to get his perfect tee shot. So that's 235. It's going to go left 10. We can cut in half to call it 5. And a roll of 10, 5, 10. He is 245, left 5. He hits his first fairway of the day. And he's sitting in good shape. We're going for pin 1 right here, dead center. Perfect spot to go for, right in the middle of the green. All right, that's going to bring up Thomas. He's a 3. So he's going to do the same thing. He's going to try to hit his 3-wood. He tends to go right a little bit, but we got lots of room to the right, so we're okay. And his shot at 24 is a 15. So a 15 is going to go 205. It's going to go left 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. Right on the edge of the green, roll 15, 5, 10, 15. He's right here. And that's going to put him at 220, left 20, and he is on the fairway. Fairway hit, first one of the day. All right, so now let's get him to the center line. 5, 10, 15 and back and there. All right. So how far are we from the pin? We're 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And actually, that 5-wood would be perfect. So, actually, no, they were using 5-woods, not 3-woods. They were using 5-woods on that last hole. And he's going to keep that 5-wood in his hand. And he is going to try to aim right down the middle and get on that green. A 55 is a 2. So that's going to go 245, 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 2, 210, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. But he's going to go right 510, roll 510, and he is just, looks to me like he's just barely off. But to be honest, if you're that far off, if you played golf, you're on the fringe, you're going to putt it from there. So we're going to say that he is 20, 40 feet minus 8. So he's 32 feet out. I'm not going to give him a green in regulation because I think he's on the fringe. But he is going to putt from here. All right, now we got Finau. Bring him to the center. What do we have for him? 25, 50, 75, 1. 25, 50, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 25, 210, 215. And he's got an iron rating of 2, or a wood rating of 3. So we're going to hit a 4-iron for him. Here again, there's no wind. We're going right down the center. A 22 is a 2. He hit her stiff. So that's going to go 210 in the air. 25, 50, 75, 1. 25, 50, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 25, 210. So we're right there. Right 5, roll 10, right 5, roll 5, 10. That puts him right here where the 4 hole is. Diagonal's 20 feet minus 10. He's 10 feet away. So he's got a 10-foot putt for birdie. That's a green in regulation. And they're both close enough to be putting. So let's start with Thomas. Now he's got a 32-footer for birdie. You aren't going to go for that. Let's just get it close, get our par. Pars are good. All right, so Thomas with a putt from 32 feet just off the green. 34 is a 29. And he's going to be 4 feet short. All right, now for Tony. He's got a 10-footer for birdie. You know he's going for it. And he lines it up. A 36 is a 24. And he rolls it 2 feet past. Just misses. Okay. Justin Thomas, a 4-foot knee knocker for par. 12 is 22. And that's in. He gets 2 putts for par, even on the day, even on the tournament. Tony Finau needs knocking his 2-footer. 64 is a 30. And that thing barely goes in, goes around the hole for an all-around good putt. Just about missed it though. 2 putts for par, -2 on the day, -2 on the tournament. And there we are, off and running on day 3 of the 2020 Masters. Thank you for following along. If you have any comments, please give them. And if you haven't done so, please hit like and subscribe. And thank you once again for following Triple G Sports Replays.